A Princeton study found that financial stress alone reduces cognitive function by the equivalent of losing 13 IQ points. Not stress in general, financial stress specifically. And the cruel part is that the thing causing most of that stress isn't the big expenses, rent, car payments, student loans. It's the small ones, the ones you never fully accounted for, the ones that collectively make the end of every month feel tighter than it should. This video is about those expenses, the ones that live below the threshold of concern, charges small enough that your brain dismisses them individually, but large enough that together they're quietly dismantling your ability to build anything. By the end of this, I'm going to show you a number that will make you want to do something about it today. But first, you need to understand why it keeps happening. Let's start with the single most underestimated drain on a regular person's finances. And it's not subscriptions. I know everyone talks about subscriptions, and we will get there. But it's something that compounds the subscription problem and almost every other spending problem on this list. It's fragmented billing. Here's what I mean. You have a gym membership that hits the 3rd, a software subscription on the 11th, a streaming service on the 17th, an insurance premium on the 22nd, a cloud storage charge on the 28th. None of these charges ever appear on your statement at the same time. Your brain never sees them as a group. It processes each one individually, usually as a single line item in a week, where other things are also happening, and then moves on. The result is that you never actually experience the full monthly cost of your recurring spending. You just experience a vague, low-level sense that money always seems to disappear. That feeling, that's not a budgeting failure. That's architecture working exactly as designed. Companies specifically move to monthly billing cycles, away from annual lump sums, because research showed it dramatically reduced cancellation rates. Spreading the pain across time makes the pain invisible. And invisible pain doesn't motivate action. Here's the preview. Fix what we're about to cover, redirect that money consistently, and you're looking at $69,000 over 10 years. No raise, no side hustle. Just recovered money that was already yours. Keep watching. Now, let me tell you why this is so hard to fix, even once you know about it. This is the part most finance videos skip, which is why people watch them, feel motivated for 2 days, and then change nothing. The reason you ignore small recurring costs isn't laziness, it's how your brain files things. You have 2 buckets for expenses, stuff you decided to buy, and stuff that just happens. Dinner out, that's a decision. Electricity, that just happens. And here's the problem. Over time, every recurring charge quietly moves from the first bucket into the second. Not because you decided it should, just because it's been there long enough to feel normal. Once it's in the just happens bucket, it stops being evaluated. You don't ask whether your electricity is worth it every month. You just pay it. And without realizing it, you've applied that same logic to a $14 meditation app you haven't opened since February, and a $9 cloud backup for a laptop you no longer own. It stops feeling like a choice. That's the trap. And the last layer, the thing that really seals it, is simple. The longer a charge has been on your statement, the less you question it. Not because you've decided it's worth keeping, just because it's familiar. Familiar feels safe. Safe doesn't get cancelled, and those charges just keep renewing quietly while you're focused on everything else. So now that you see why it happens, let's go through where the money actually goes and exactly what to do about each one. Subscriptions first. The number most people cite is around 12 active subscriptions for the average American, but that comes from surveys where people self-report. When researchers pull actual bank data, the real number for people under 35 is closer to 18 to 20, and the average monthly cost isn't the $86 people estimate. It's closer to $200. Here's a scenario that's more common than you'd think. Guy in his late 20s. He's got Netflix, Spotify, a gym he goes to twice a month, Adobe Creative Cloud from a freelance project he finished 8 months ago, a VPN he set up for a trip and forgot, a news app from an election cycle, a fitness app that duplicates what his gym's app already does, and a Dropbox plan he set up before Google Drive caught up. Each charge looks small in isolation. Collectively, that's around $160 a month, $1,920 a year. on things he'd struggle to defend if you asked him to justify each one out loud. The audit is the fix, but the way most people do it is wrong. They open their bank app, scroll for a few minutes, and feel like they've handled it. That's not an audit. A real audit means pulling 3 full months of statements, every account and every card, and listing every charge that appears more than once. 3 months because some subscriptions bill quarterly. Every account because charges spread across multiple cards are easy to miss. Once you have the list, don't ask, should I cancel this? That question is too easy to rationalize your way out of. Ask this instead. If this service didn't exist and someone offered it to me right now at this price, would I sign up today? If the answer isn't a clear yes, cancel it. You can always resubscribe. The friction of resubscribing is actually useful. It forces a real decision instead of another month of quiet inertia. Banking fees. Boring topic. Real money. The average American pays around $180 a year just in bank fees. Maintenance charges, overdraft fees, ATM costs, minimum balance penalties. $15 a month to store your own money. Online banks like Ally, SoFi, and Marcus charge none of that. No fees, no minimums, and most reimburse ATM charges automatically. Switching takes about 2 hours total. It pays you $180 every year after that. Most people still won't do it. That's fine. Less competition for the guys who will. Car insurance. Almost nobody reshops this. Insurers raise premiums 4 to 9% a year, and loyalty gets you nothing in return. The average driver who hasn't compared quotes in 2 years is overpaying by $400 to $600 annually for identical coverage. Set a reminder 12 months from today. Get 3 quotes, 20 minutes, done. That reminder could be worth $500 next year and every year after. The last category is convenience costs, and this one needs some honesty. Food delivery fees, express shipping, late charges. Each one feels like a reasonable one-off decision, but they don't happen randomly. They happen when you're tired, when you're rushed, when you didn't plan ahead. Pull your delivery charges for the last 90 days. Not the food, just the fees. Service fee, delivery fee, small order fee, tip. On a $14 meal, those additions land between $9 and $13. That's up to 90% on top of the menu price. 3 times a week, that's $100 to $150 a month purely in fees. Cap it at 2 nights, batch your orders. Pick it up when the place is close. Not a sacrifice, just a decision made before you're hungry. Now here's the number, a realistic monthly total across all 4 categories: subscriptions, banking fees, insurance, convenience costs, for a guy in his late 20s who hasn't looked at any of this. $350 to $450 a month. Call it $400. That's $4,800 a year in spending that ranges from barely useful to completely invisible. That same $400 per month, invested consistently at 7% annual return, becomes $69,000 over 10 years. Not from a raise, not from a side hustle, not from a business, from recovering money that was already leaving your account and pointing it somewhere that compounds instead. The audit takes an hour, the redirect takes a day, the $69,000 builds itself. Do the audit this week. 3 months of statements, every account, 1 honest question per charge. The money is there. Most people just never go looking for it. If this was useful, subscribe. Every week on this channel, we cover exactly this. Practical, specific ways to build wealth on a normal income without waiting for a lucky break. And if you want to know where to put that money once you've found it, watch the next video. It covers the exact order of operations for investing when you're starting from zero or close to it. About 13 minutes. Worth it.